someone explain this, please? um, I'll be right back once I fix this. Hello, everyone and no one. My name is Vulpus Dragon, and welcome back to another episode of my hardcore series. I do hope you enjoy this episode. As you can tell, it happened a lot. I was sick over the weekend, and well, I didn't get a chance to record my voice, so you'll just be hearing me talk over a bunch of clips. Yay! But anyway, let's kick into the first time lapses about how all this formed, except for the villagers. They're not important right now. On with the time lapse. Alright, before I get into what I actually did to get the netherite and that we get into the time lapses, let's discuss the different methods of mining in the nether. There are 5 different ways you can do this. One is through end crystals, which are quite expensive and time consuming as you need a lot of obsidian and gas tears, glass, and ender eyes, so that means ender pearls and blaze powder to craft just one of these. These are very expensive, but they do carve out a nice area, as we'll see later. Now, we can also use beds, which are a very cheap option and very easy to obtain. The only downside is that they cause a lot of fire in the nether, and that can get annoying sometimes. As well as, if you don't have blast protection, these things can instant kill you. And they might take a few times in with Prop 4 and full netherite, but it can still kill you pretty easily if you're not careful with these. TNT is easier to use along with flint and steel. You just place them down in a line, and they causes a very big explosion. Now the fourth option, of course, is a pickaxe. For most of them, you'll need efficiency 4 for wooden, efficiency 3 for stone, nothing for gold, which is pretty neat, but it breaks incredibly quickly. Then efficiency 3 for iron, same for a diamond, and only efficiency 2 for netherite pickaxes, which is really nice. Then, of course, the last option is, of course, yourself, because netherite only takes the same amount of time as dirt in the overworld, so you can mine as long as you want with just your fist. This stuff is very easy to break, I'm not joking. But anyway, let's get into what each of these can do. First up is the end crystal, which obviously does this. As you can see, it clears out a really nice wide area with leaving the floor flat. Of course, you still have to worry about lava danger. That can be easily taken care of with a fire resistance potion. All of these can, but honestly, I like end crystal the most because it's just so fun just to keep doing that. And it makes the area slightly bigger each time. Then, of course, we have beds, which, as you know, oh, for God's sakes, that stupid lava. But next is beds, which obviously, as you know, do this. This also clears out a wide area, but it also leaves behind a bunch of fire, and sometimes if you're not careful, it can blow you up if you don't place a block down. But to avoid that, you want to go 3 blocks from it, place a block, stand right up against the block, and then click, and that should protect you from most blast damage. Of course, it also might spawn fire behind you, so watch out for that. As you can see here, just spawned a bit of fire behind me. But let's move on to TNT, which is obviously much more fun. So, one piece obviously won't do that much damage, because it's just one piece. But, it does clear out a decent area, but its real strength comes into whenever you line it up. So give me a sec here. You also need a pickaxe for this, but you can also just mine it with your fist. But of course, you also want to place it about 3 blocks apart so it all lights each other. 3 blocks or 4 blocks, it doesn't really matter. Actually, you can just go crazy. I'm in creative mode, so you might want to be more sparing if you don't have a lot of TNT. But whenever you light it, it does get pretty fun to watch, as it does clear out a much larger area. Oh, it went all the way down to bedrock. Also, important note, I'm at Y10, because I think that's the best place to find it. See, we already found a bit. And of course, we just slide it again if the chain stops. Boom, boom. You can see this did do a lot of damage, and with not that much fire. You do have the occasional lava that gets in the way, but again, that can be prevented with fire resistance potions. But of course, then we get the old reliable pickaxe, which, as you can see here, if I quickly switch into survival, like so, we can get a nice, satisfying. Satisfying this. I don't even know what to call this. Insta mining? Yeah, that sounds right. Then, of course, for all of this, you probably want to focus on a chunk border, which means this, of course, means that you can get more ancient debris per chunk because in each chunk they can only spawn up to 3. If you mine along a chunk border, you can get up to 6 if you're lucky. Which means you automatically get a netherite ingot. Of course, you also have to deal with stupid lava, like so. But that concludes my little tutorial on how to mine a nether. Of course, the cheapest option is obviously a bed, which is what I went with in my survival, so let's get back to me and see what I have done with that. Ciao! So to get things started, all I had to do was collect some sheep, and some wheat, and of course, to build the actual farm, I needed dispensers. I'm having fun. No one's gonna see this. After that, I realized I built the sheep farm in the wrong place, moved it over to the village, and then I could finally start the time lapse. So, despite that weird wake-up call and the villagers seeming to conspire against me, I collected a bunch of wood, filled up an entire shulker box with planks, and another one full of wool, and then I was ready to head to the nether. And so I cleared out a small area to place down my shulker boxes on where I would collect magma, a bit of quartz, and of course to act as a base camp for all my supplies for the beds. Of course, after setting that up, let's start with the time lapse. After mining for so long, my armor was heavily damaged, but I did gather a few bits, and of course, to repair it all, I had some villagers. When all this was done, I actually came back with over a stack of netherite scrap, which meant I could craft at least 22 netherite ingots, which means I can fully upgrade my gear and get a second set if I want to, which is great for backup and specialized gear. I mean, just look at this. I can make it rain netherite. This is awesome. Now, to go upgrade my gear. First, let's start with the boots, then the leggings, then the helmets, and of course, the chestplate. And we get the achievement! Oh, what a glorious sound that is. I mean, just look at this. This right here is the epitome of hardcore, where you get full netherite and basically become a god. And of course, we have my tools last. Pickaxe, axe, second pickaxe, and last but not least, my sword. Don't worry, guys, I actually got the shovel in the next scene. Don't worry, I did turn it into netherite. Hey, look, you made it to the end. I do hope you enjoyed, as this took a long time to make, since I can only work on weekends because of school and other stuff. If you enjoyed it at all, make sure to hit like and subscribe button down below. And I will see you in the next one.